Hello, everyone. Hi. So it's Thursday, and we are back with a new episode of Current Updates. So we have been doing all these episodes of Current Updates where we talk about various new topics. If you haven't followed our updates episodes as of yet, please do watch all the previous sessions. We really hope those sessions will help you for any exam you will take. So here with me is Ananya again from our team Vallat.
Hello, everyone.
So Ananya, would you like to tell them our topic for today's current updates?
Yes, so today we are going to cover Parsi writers of India, and it is again one of those areas that we tend to skip, but it is really interesting to know.
Right. So presently we have seen that in many exams, especially in various competitive exams, the prominence of Indian literature has increased greatly, and especially of the writers writing from the margins, like Dalit writers, Parsi writers, LGBTQIA plus writers. So it's very important to not only know about the very canonical writers of Indian literature in English, but also to know about the writers who are writing from the margins, whose writings are not so well known in our academia. So let me first share my screen. All right. So I hope all of you can see the screen clearly. So as we have already told you, our topic for today is Parsi writers of India. Okay. So what are we doing? In today's session, we will look at some Parsi writers of India, their works, life, and assess their contribution towards Indian literature. So let's go. All right. So here we have our first writer, that is Dina Mehta. Dina Mehta is an Indian writer belonging to the Parsi community. There are several short stories to her credit, along with plays and a novel entitled And Some Take a Lover. It's a very famous novel by Dina Mehta. Her play, Brides Are Not for Burning, has been immensely popular within the playgoers, mainly in a cosmopolitan city like that of Bombay. Her novel, And Some Take a Lover, centers on a proposed intercaste marriage between a sophisticated Parsi girl by the name of Miss Roshni Wadia and the simple Gandhian boy Sudhir, for whom public duty is of greater importance than any other thing in life. So that was a brief look at the oeuvre of this Parsi writer Dina Mehta. Especially, do look up her novel And Some Take a Lover and her play Brides Are Not for Burning. If we look at their works closely, we will get an idea of the recurrent ideas or the topics or the motives they have explored or they have worked with, and the issues they have tried to raise through their works across the years. And it will help us also to assess the position from which they are trying to write, from the position they are trying to raise their voice, and also the issues they have also might have struggled with in their lives, and hence the issues or the problems they're trying to fight through their writings also. Okay. So let's move on to the next writer. So please do look up Dina Mehta, very important Parsi writer from India. Next. Ananya, will you please read this?
Furdas Kanga, who is born in Mumbai, 1960, to a Parsi family. He is an Indian writer, journalist, and actor who currently lives in London. He has written a novel, Trying to Grow, a semi-autobiographical novel set in India, and a travel book called Heaven on Wheels, sorry, which shares about his experiences in United Kingdom, where he met Stephen Hawking as well. A film was based on his novel Trying to Grow with the name of Sixth Happiness, where he himself played the role of a screenwriter as well as the lead character. Kanga was born with a rare disease called osteogenesis imperfecta or brittle bones disease.
So that was all about another quite prominent Parsi writer Firdaus Kanga. So here in this session, today we are just trying to bring forth some Parsi writers whom we may or may not know about. So after this session, we would really encourage you all to please do look up these writers, their works, their life, and I really hope these sessions will help you in some way or the other in various exams or maybe your research. So please do look up these writers. Next. So here our next writer is Faruk Dindi. So this writer was born in Pune in 1944 in a Parsi family. From 1968 to 78, Dhondi worked as a further education lecturer and school teacher in the Midlands and London before entering the television industry. From 1984 to 1997, he worked as commissioning editor, multicultural programming for Channel 4 TV, UK. In this capacity, he was responsible for hundreds of hours of TV in all genres: entertainment, situation, comedy, TV drama, film, education, and factual, and helped greenlight iconic shows like Desmond's and the Bandung File. From 1997 to 2002, he worked as a freelance journalist and writer, contributing articles to Indian newspapers and magazines like The Pioneer, Asian Age, and India Today. In 2002, he joined a film company based in India, Kaleidoscope International. His literary output is immense. His most recent works are the novel The Prophet of Love. We can see the cover picture here of his novel, The Prophet of Love. And his another very important work is the play Devdas, which premiered in London in 2013. And he has also been associated with a collection of translation of Rumi. So he has also translated the famous poet Rumi. And those collections of translations were published in 2014. So he's such a versatile genius. He has worked in television, he has written novels, plays, he has also been a wonderful translator. So again, a very important writer. Do look up his works. And also, knowing translators is very important, like which writer translated which work, because translation studies is again a very prominent area where questions often come from in exams. So do look up translators, various translated works. Right. Next. Ananya?
Ardashir Wakil. Now he's another Parsi writer whose first novel, Beach Boy, won the Betty Trask Award in 1997, and he was shortlisted for Bridesmaid First Novel Award for the same novel. His second novel, One Day, was shortlisted for the Encore Award. Beach Boy. And in this novel, 8-year-old Cyrus Reed Money, son of wealthy parents, voluntarily lives like a vagabond. He is roaming the streets of Bombay and inviting himself into the homes and lives of the neighbors. Now, he is obsessed with the sensual delights of food, colorful Hindi films, and his growing sexual awareness. Precocious Cyrus lives day to day on the margins of the adult world, treating it as a playground for his boyish exuberance. And that was all about Ardashir Wakil.
So another important writer, please do look up his works, especially Beach Boy. It's a very popular work. And so let's move on to the next writer. Bman Desai, another popular name. So he's a very famous Parsi writer. He grew up in Bombay. And some of his novels, which we should really know, at least it's very important to know these titles, like who wrote which work. So some of his important novels are The Elephant Graveyard, Portrait of a Woman Madly in Love. We can see the cover picture here. Portrait of a Woman Madly in Love. And I think you all know that this is a picture which was painted by a very popular artist. Which was the artist? Okay, I will get back to it. So, The Elephant Graveyard, Portrait of a Woman Madly in Love. A googly in the compound and the memory of elephants. So do look up these novels. These are very famous works by the Parsi writer Bman Desai. Next.
Now, Sarosh Kowalji is an Indian-born Canadian novelist, short story writer, commentator, critic, anthologist, and screenwriter, as well as a professor emeritus at University of Regina. Now, some of his famous works are So Many Freedoms, My Dear Mara, and others. As you can see in the cover, in the picture itself, So Many Freedoms is the study of the major fiction of Mulk Raj Anand.
So again, it's very important to know that okay, Saras Kowalji was a writer who wrote extensively on Mulk Raj Anand. So such minute information can be very important in any exam, NET, SET, or any PSC exam you sit for. Okay. So that was all. So it was just meant to be a very brief intro at the few Parsi writers we could get hands on, and we tried to show you some of the very important works that might be important from exam perspective, and also for those who are willing to pursue research in these areas. So please do try to look up more writers and more works and the issues they have raised, the topics and themes they have explored. So I really hope you guys like the session, and do let us know in the comments if there are certain areas or topics you would like us to talk about in our current updates episodes, and we will for surely take up those topics in our upcoming sessions. And for tomorrow, please join us again at 9 p.m. We will do a wonderful practice test on MH set, because Maharashtra set people will be sitting for their exam this 7th of April. So those who are taking this exam this time, please do join us tomorrow. It will really help you for a quick revision. All right. So with that note, Ananya, shall we end the session for tonight?
Yes, I would like to add one thing that you were asking whose painting is that? That was Amrita Shergill. It was a
Exactly,
self-portrait,
Amrita
yeah.
Shergill. Yes. Right.
Okay then. Good night, everyone.
All right. Okay. Good night, guys. Bye. Take care.